All right, Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode on this show. Day one of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. We are covering every little thing, I can assure you. Chris Cuomo was doing some investigative reporting for his brother. We'll talk about that on this episode. Jack Dorsey is out as Twitter of CEO. We got a new variant.
Twitter of CEO.
Twitter of CEO. What'd I say?
You said Twitter of CEO.
There you go. The CEO of Twitter. Happy Hanukkah from Smokey Robinson. Whamageddon is about to begin. We'll explain if you don't know what that is. Battle of the First Ladies, Christmas edition. We lost Stephen Sondheim. Kyle Rittenhouse is not suing anybody. We'll recap our Friendsgiving, and robots can now reproduce.
That's awesome.
Good for everybody.
We've had our shot. I think
Yes.
It's time for the robots to take over.
Also, quickly, it is Cyber Week. We have started a 15% off sale at the shopanthononair.com store. You can go there right now. Promo code TWSS15. That's what she said. 15. TWSS15. More on that in a moment. We'll tell you how you can, we'll fill you in on what's for sale there on the store. Let's hop in for the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, day one. Frankie C is here with us at the start of the show. How you doing, my man?
He certainly is. I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Day one. Holy crap, we're here.
He is the Twitter of CEO right here.
I am the Twitter of CEO.
So, all right, day one trial, very, very eventful. One thing to put out there very quickly, a lot of people this morning, were making a big deal out of the media being blacked out of this case and not being allowed in, which was false. Media is allowed in. They're not televising this. They're also having an issue because of COVID protocols with having media in the courtroom itself, but they're in, what would you say, ancillary rooms.
Ancillary.
So
Can
they're
they in and or listen in, or what are they?
Yeah, exactly. So there's media in there. People are allowed to cover it. They're just not. It's not going to be on TV anywhere, unfortunately. But we do have a lot of information for day one. And it was kind of interesting too to see it all kind of get underway. When they start these things, the judge asks if the government is ready to proceed. And there's got to be an official, I love pomp and circumstance. You know what I'm saying? I love those.
I kind of wish that we carried over the powdered wig thing from our European ancestors. I feel like that would have been great to see.
Agreed. I like that stuff. I do like that kind of stuff. But believe it or not, the day started as we said with jury selection. They had to get that panel of 58 remaining jurors in the pool down to 12. They did that. There was a little bit of a snag where one of the jurors sort of raised their hand and was like, my wife bought me a trip to go away and I'm not going to be able to be here. And then another juror.
These are the people you want deciding your fate. Come on. Professional jurors.
Yeah.
They do this for a living. That's what it should be. God.
Yeah. There was another juror who, said that, family of his had discussed the trial over the Thanksgiving break. So that was a little bit of a thing. And then there was another juror who was concerned about the amount of time that they would be on the jury because the trial is expected to last 6 weeks. And they were worried that they wouldn't be paid by their employer for the amount of time that they would have to miss at their job. The judge actually took a break and let them all figure that out, and they all figured it out. I don't know what sort of, whatever they came to, whatever agreement they came to, but that was basically the gist of the jury drama in the morning to start the day for the Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
Do we have a solid jury? I mean, is it done?
Yep. That was this morning's sort of hubbub and drama. The jury was, so they got down, they figured it all out, they named all the jurors, and then they essentially got underway. Opening statements, the prosecution said that they would do, I believe it was about 25 minutes or so, whereas opening statements, the defense said that they would take about an hour for opening statements. The opening line by the prosecution was, I want to tell you about a young girl named Jane. They went on to describe Jane, who was 14 years old at the time that she met Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and they proceeded to lay out their case from there. Of course, the prosecution is going with the narrative that Ghislaine was there to put all these girls at ease, which is why she's as guilty as Jeffrey Epstein was. So they did play that out in their opening statements.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
again,
imagine what they'd have to say for an hour, the defense.
yeah, well, they let, I mean, pretty much, standard, operating procedure, I guess you would say. They laid out what their case would be and how they would argue that out and how they would articulate things. They said that Epstein and Maxwell were partners in crime. Um, the story of
No,
so
no,
he,
no. I mean the defense. What the
oh,
defense would say, like for
so
an hour. They said they needed an hour.
yeah, they said they needed an hour. So what the defense is saying is, um, they're gonna try and show that the four accusers' memories are unreliable. Defense lawyer Bobby Sternheim told jurors that recollections from witnesses like Jane, who are expected to testify under oath, were not to be trusted. She suggested that the accusers had unreliable and suspect memories that could have been corrupted over the years or contaminated by constant media reports. She also suggested that the accusers were motivated by a desire to win a big jackpot of money from a possible civil action against Mr. Epstein's estate. She told jurors that each accuser's story is thin. They have been impacted by lawyers, by media, by things they have read and things they have heard, and by money, big bucks. They're also another part of their strategy, as we discussed, is, and you kind of saw this, which remember when her brother started talking a lot a couple
Yep.
of weeks ago? We did a few podcasts on that. That was clearly coordinated together with her lawyers
Oh,
because
had to be.
yeah, their angle on that now is because the government couldn't prosecute Epstein, they need to answer to the public, and they're gonna.
Oh, so they want someone to fry for it, so they
She's
have
got
to
to
get
answer
someone.
for him. Yeah,
Right.
basically.
But I'm sorry, it's not just a case of one person is guilty in this case. There's a few people here that had a hand in this, and that's I feel the prosecution's argument is it wasn't just Epstein. I mean, he was the ringleader, but this is number two we got here now. This is not, might not be Epstein, but it's the closest thing.
Yeah, and it's I feel like that defense is so thin, but
Yeah,
um, I guess when you don't have much to choose from, you got to go with what you have. But again, the fact that she was there and aware of all this stuff happening, like
yeah,
even if you're gonna make the argument that she wasn't the one actually doing these things, she was still party to it,
yeah, absolutely. And
aiding and
being that,
abetting. Yeah, she laid the groundwork and let it happen. She created an environment for these girls to be taken advantage of. That doesn't mean you're not gonna get nailed
yeah,
for that.
yeah, no, that's not good for her. Um, Not to mention, like it's four against one. These women, and it's not wasn't that long ago. It wasn't like something that happened 50 years ago. This is 20 years ago,
Right.
right? I mean, and it's four of them saying the same stuff. This is not a case of misplaced memory or anything. It's not like one thing happened and I'm confused. This is like it's not like someone shoved you and oh, maybe I remember that wrong. This is an event. This is something that took place over a period of time. This is
Right.
not someone may have hit me or not, like, and I didn't see, and it was a crowd. This is a specific thing that you know it's not a case of misplaced memory. It can't be. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and again, like you've been saying for the longest time, to get all four of them on that is kind of
No,
tough. One, okay, I could see you put the doubt in jurors' minds for one person, and maybe
maybe.
Maybe they get 2 out of the 4, but to convince them all 4 of them are that's
Yeah,
a tall task.
and even if it's one, I mean, I feel like misplaced memory and stuff like that occurs when it. I mean, I'm no expert, but I feel like it happens with small, short periods of time things. Like I think I put, I turned the stove off or something, like, or I think that even if it was a big, event, something happened. Like I think I got like this person punched me in the face, but maybe it was that person that hit me.
Right.
It was dark. I don't remember, or I remember being hit, but I don't.
Is this
This
the reason
is,
why I check my garage door 6 times before I go to sleep at night?
I guess. I mean that. I think that might be part of it.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know, but for to say your entire memory of this incident that took place over a period of time, even if a little bit's true, it's bad. You
Yeah.
know, you can't say the whole thing never happened. These 4 women, even if one person said it happened, it's either they're lying or it's to say that's false memory. It's a very thin argument, and I don't think they'll be able to back it up.
Yeah, and the thing I see too, again from day one, the prosecution is leaning heavily on the sex trafficking. All right, that's you know illegally transporting people from one place to another for the purpose of exploitation.
Hmm.
It makes sense because it's the easiest thing to try and prove. You know what I mean? Like that's they're going for the ease. They're going for the layup in this particular scenario, and it carries huge penalties. It's very bad
Oh, sure. But
trafficking.
what? How could they? I mean, you said it's easy for them to prove. How do they? How do they prove that?
Flight logs.
I mean, if they're illegally trafficking people, they're going to keep a flight log.
Well, you have to prove who's on every single flight. You can't have any person get on a plane, even if it's a
Even if
private
they're
plane.
illegally trafficked.
Yeah, yeah, you have to have. And I think in a lot of cases, and I think what the issue here is in this particular case, even if they didn't have people's full names, they had
But if
initials.
I guess, but I feel like if you're, let's say, smuggling people, you're not going to say, "Oh, I have these people on the plane,"
Well,
right?
I
You would
mean,
say, "I have cargo," or "I have." They have to account for weight and all that stuff. I'm sure.
he doesn't. On his private plane, there were flight logs, and every soul
Hmm.
has to be accounted for.
Believe me, I want them to prove it, but
Yeah,
I'm worried how.
yeah. You just can't sneak somebody on there. I mean, fake IDs and whatever. I don't know if they could falsify that.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's public knowledge. But I mean, again, like I don't know if you say if Jane, this victim, if you put her down as Carol, whatever. I mean, maybe there's
Yeah.
something there. But again, that's why you call witnesses. And the first witness, which we're about to get into, was one of his pilots, which is
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Okay. Let's see what we got from one of the pilots.
All right, so the thing to keep in mind here with this is this took all day.
Yeah.
Jury selections, then opening statements, um, and then the first witness. So this pilot, Larry Vizosky, he will come back tomorrow and they will finish. So he didn't get to finish his testimony. This was just like the first part of it towards the end of the day. Also, I do want to say this too. 6 weeks, they're expecting this trial to go on. The first 4 will be all in the prosecution's hand, and they're expecting the defense to take 2 weeks to then call all their witnesses and have their part of it, and then closing arguments, which is important to realize too, because it is going to go obviously over the Christmas break, and that was one of the issues that one of the jurors was having, that they were going away for Christmas break, and they're taking a Christmas break as well, but I think it's only 4 days. I think it's the 24th to the 28th.
Well, that's 5 days.
Yeah.
24,
Uh,
25, 26, 27, 28. Unless it's including one of those
I
days that
think
they're
they're
back.
back on the 28th, maybe
All
then.
right.
Yeah. So anyway, but so uh, so the prosecutor's first witness was Larry Vizosky. He was one of Epstein's longtime pilots. Vizosky described in broad strokes the roles that Miss Maxwell played in managing Epstein's household and properties, describing their relationship as couple-ish. Um, the prosecution presented photographs as evidence. Mr. Vizosky also described Mr. Epstein's residences. The government often used the first witness to set the stage for the evidence and testimony to come. Mr. Vizosky, who worked for Epstein from 1991 to 2019, is in a position to explain to the jury where Mr. Epstein's homes were, how the financier's travel was arranged, and to introduce evidence about who flew with him. Vizosky said that Epstein regularly flew pretty much every 4 days. He said, quote, "We were on the road flying somewhere every 4 days," end quote. He mostly flew Epstein between his homes in New York City, Paris, the Virgin Islands, Palm Beach, Florida, and Santa Fe, New Mexico. The advantages of private air travel, Mr. Vizosky said, were that, quote, "You can leave when you want, and the security is much less," end quote. Then he said, but he said that he did not always know precisely who was flying on Mr. Epstein's planes with him. He testified for about an hour and a half before the jury was dismissed for the day. He is expected to return Tuesday morning.
All right. I mean, this guy's been, what, 28 years with him as his pilot?
Yeah,
I feel like
this
guy's seen a lot, I think.
Yeah,
Can't imagine and then again, maybe he just goes up, goes in the cockpit, flies the plane, and that's all he. I don't know. I mean, you got to know. Don't you get a manifest? Doesn't the captain get a manifest? Who's on the plane?
Yes.
I mean,
the flight logs.
And doesn't. I mean, I guess the prosecution would have that anyway. But I'm saying like the.
Yeah. Well, here's what happened with that. So, when they arrested him, because they arrested him at Teterboro Airport, there were grand jury subpoenas issued to Vizosky and David Rogers, who's one of the other pilots. The flight logs were made public through civil litigation, and those are the ones that show how often the passengers were on the planes, the politicians, the Hollywood people that we talked about, Clinton, all that kind of stuff. It's funny because it's not funny, but it's weird. So out here closer to where I live than where Frank lives, but for people who in New York City kind of know this, and I've done a ton of stuff with them because of my old radio show. But the Hampton Jitney is this basically kind of luxury liner. It's like what is that? Great. It's a Greyhound bus.
But it's like
the Hampton
nice.
Jitney is a little bit more nicer than a Greyhound bus, and they give you snacks, and it's almost like a little airplane on the road to get you from the city to the Hamptons.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the rich people don't take it. It's like people that are going out to visit for the weekend or whatever. It's very popular in the summertime. Where we live, we see a Hampton Jitney every like 10 minutes kind of go by. One of the lawyers for Maxwell in the opening statement described the flights as Hampton Jitneys in the air, which was kind of weird to read about in the recaps of what happened today. But essentially, basically, kind of saying you'll get celebrities, which, by the way, I wouldn't say celebrities ride the Hampton Jitney, but
I don't know.
You'll be on there, and they'll be like prominent people. You'll be like, oh, that's a Broadway actor, or oh, like that's a big time producer. Like I kind of know who that is, or
right.
Some people will take, people of influence will take the Jitney. But years ago, it was a lot more popular than it is now. Like years ago, I never saw it myself, but they said celebrities would be taking it. But hey, whatever.
It could have been like a publicity thing. Yeah, we're getting some celebrities to do this thing with us.
Right. They wanted me to do a show one time going into Manhattan. We couldn't.
I thought they wanted celebrities.
Yeah, so we couldn't figure it out because this was like, I don't even know, 12, 10, 11 years ago. Technology-wise, we couldn't get it fixed. Today we'd be able to do it. Then we wouldn't be able
to do a show on the bus?
To do a show, yeah, to start out in.
Could do it on your phone now.
Now we would do it on the phone. Yeah, then it was a little bit more complicated. But they had like a Wi. That's the other thing. Like you get on there and there's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And so when they first got the Wi-Fi, they were like, can you do a show like over the Wi-Fi to show how, great the Wi-Fi is and all that kind of stuff. But we never had it figured out.
Probably wasn't that great.
Yeah, no, the Wi-Fi was great. It was the 34-year-old radio equipment technology that we had at the time.
Yeah, radio. That's one thing about radio. It holds on to that technology
Oh my
until
goodness.
it's painfully out of date.
And then, like, you know what's great about that is you go. I used to do talks at like colleges and stuff, and then it would take me into their
It's the
radio
same
program.
setup.
And it same, but a lot of the time it was new. They'd be like, "How is it? Do you have this stuff in there?" I go, "You kids don't even know how fortunate you are. You got new shit here. Mine Marconi made my stuff. That's how fucking
Yeah, we got tin cans with strings. It's bad. You go to college. Well, college is state funded stuff and city funded. This is
there's
not
money to
that.
throw around there. Yeah,
This is whoever owns it. Maybe they'll pay for a new microphone.
Well, I mean, you remember I went to St. John's and Frank went to Queens College. They were literally 3 minutes away from each other, and we were both doing radio at the time. But you guys had newer shit, and you had just redesigned. They were or getting ready to redesign the studio.
Yeah, it was redesigned after I left.
But they were buying like much nicer shit. And then after we got into radio, after we left college, and we were like, it was taking a step backwards, equipment wise.
Yeah.
Anyway, U.S. Assistant Attorney Laura Pomerantz said in her opening statement that the flight logs will be a part of the government's case against Miss Maxwell.
Good. Use whatever you can.
Yeah.
I mean that's and this whole thing with her in the jail cell being mistreated, that's not part of this case, right? That's a separate thing.
No, I think they were going to drop all of that stuff because now it's pretty much useless. It was really all just to kind of get her out,
Right. Yeah,
ahead of time.
pre-trial.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, the stuff with the brother, her sister was in the court today, and they the reporters for the first time, because she's been in the court a couple of times, the sister, but for the first time today, the reporters really kind of gave her a lot of shit on the way in. They were asking her questions and stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I
if they
get
start
that.
following her.
I get that the reporters, hound her with questions and stuff. She's not going to answer anything. It's like, what are the odds she stops and gives a full statement while a trial is going on? That would be the dumbest thing. Not to say that she's very smart, but that would be
I mean, not much, but it just kind of goes to show you like what like a rich ass wealthy family, what kind of lengths they will go to, to take care of one of their own.
Sure. Like what do you mean? What lengths did they do here?
Well, I mean, just I mean, it's fairly obvious that her, even if we're gonna go under the assumption that Ghislaine is 100% innocent, um, you know, she was hanging. I mean, she wasn't with a great crowd of people that were doing great things, and for them to just go in there and be like, oh, she's the scapegoat for Epstein. I mean, that's a pretty bold ass move.
I mean, what other defense does she have? The only other defense I thought they were going to use, and maybe they will at some point, is that she was the victim. She was being blackmailed by.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go with that. That would have probably been a lot easier to do. I mean, well, I think what the issue there too is remember we've done a podcast on this. By the way, we've done a podcast on all this. Just go back and search our channel. Just put in Ghislaine Maxwell when you go to the YouTube channel or whatever.
Right.
There's communications between the two of them well after they kind of stopped hanging around each other so much anyway, after he got nailed the first time and arrested. So
I wonder what that's about. I'm sure that'll come up.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I forget what it was. But she was mad that they were calling her his girlfriend. She was like, say who your real girlfriend is. Remember all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure, maybe they can't. I don't know, because that's what I would have put money on. They would have said Maxwell is the victim. She was being threatened by Epstein. Epstein was threatening to do something to her if she didn't help him in some way. That's what I was gonna lean towards. If they, but so now they're going with the witnesses are remembering things wrong.
Yep. I mean, when you think about it, they only got to get 4. I mean, it's only 4. There was a lot. There was a lot of girls that were involved in this, and this has come down to just 4.
Yeah, but they have to get a whole jury to believe that all 4 women, even if it was one woman, that she's just misremembering. That's hard. You can't. I mean, if someone has a traumatic experience in their life, chances are, I mean, I'm not, again, not the expert, but chances are details will stand out to them. Like they'll remember,
Yeah. But again,
unless they, yeah,
going back to the family, like you think the family would just say like, "Oh, no comment" or stay out of it. They don't have to come to her defense, and they are.
yeah. I mean, maybe that's part of the strategy. I don't know.
I think
I'm
just
sure the lawyers talk to them.
I think some of these highfalutin families just are just shitty ass people. As we'll see with
Sure.
our next topic, we talk about the Cuomo brothers.
Here we go.
But first, let's do our live read for for Jumpstart Coffee Company.
Take two.
I keep saying that because people keep ordering Hero Soap Company, which I'm so happy that they are.
That's a good product. It's a great product.
But yeah. Anyway, listen, Jumpstart Coffee Company. We're in the holiday season now. It's time to get those holiday gifts. We've been encouraging you that Jumpstart is a great option for people that have to buy for grab bag or white elephant or Secret Santa or whatever you call it. If you got those $20 minimums, it's great because it's just $12 a bag. Here's the thing, though, and of course you save 15% with the promo code AOA15, of course. But here's the thing: if you order $50 of the coffee or more after the discount, they're gonna do free shipping for the holidays, for the holiday rush. Because I guess people are kind of like, oh, again, you got small companies. I got 5 employees. I get 10 employees. I'll order up a couple of these things. It's a nice little package to send out to everybody. Boom, you're set and done. So free shipping on the larger orders, 50 and over, after the promo code, of course, when you order with the link in the description below, or when you click on the banner of the homepage of anthonyonair.com. Also, same way that Hero Soap Company had these subscriptions, Jumpstart Coffee Company has the subscribe and save option where you could put in like, hey, I know I go through, I go through a bag or 2 bags a month. Let me just order once, and then I know like it'll just keep showing up for me.
Love it. You don't have to think about it.
And you save that way too by the constant that's why they call it a subscribe and save. So you also have that option as well. Again, link in the description below.
How the hell are they making money?
I don't know. I don't know.
What the hell?
I don't know how they're making money.
All right.
I really don't. But
I guess they know what they're doing.
They seem to know. Yeah, they seem to know what they're doing. It's a great product. I'm so yeah. Let's get a sniff in here, Frank. Hold on a second.
Sniff it up, baby.
Take a damn sniff break. I feel like I never did drugs before, but it feels like this is what Coke people do, right?
Probably.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what. I'm still congested too, and this comes
clears
through.
The sinuses.
This comes through like $1 million.
Good stuff. I tell you, I'm leaning dark roast. I was hooked on the medium for a little bit, but the dark roast, it's got the, for me, it's the better one.
Same here, big man. It's like trying to find your favorite Metallica song. It constantly changes. Now I'm back on the dark roast too. When I was all medium roast guy for a while there.
That's rough.
Link in the description below. Promo code AOA15. Order up your Jumpstart Coffee Company. Like I said, it makes a great gift. It comes in this beautiful packaging. It's just, it feels high end. It's totally resealable. Thanks to Cuddles. She's producing. She's doing her job today, producing the show here behind the scenes. And of course, now you have that subscribe and save option, which again, maybe dad's a veteran, maybe grandma's a veteran, right? Get her this for the year. Maybe you spend $100 on them. You spend $150. You want to make it something nice. You get them this coffee for a year. What's better than that?
It's a beautiful thing.
That's a beautiful thing. You know how many shitty gifts I got because I got to spend $100 on my parents, or else I feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? You know how much shit I've given them over I can't possibly give my father another Yankees shirt, Frank.
You're not a good gift giver.
It's just awful. Now we got Jumpstart Coffee Company, so thank God.
I can't accept any more Yankee shirts from your dad that you've given him. I can't. I'm not even a Yankee fan.
Credit him every year. He's like, oh, this is so great. Like,
the Yankee. Doesn't even live in New York anymore.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even watch Yankee games anymore. He can't be bothered.
No.
He's had enough.
Ethical soup, huh?
So Chris Cuomo, what a big piece of shit this guy is. He was using, this is according to sources. By the way, this is a report from Brian Schwartz. Can you guess where Brian is from?
CNN. He's
That'd
not
be
going to report
wonderful.
on his own guy. Fox,
You'd think it would be Fox, but it's even better than that.
MSNBC.
MSNBC. I
It's one
love
of
it
the
when we
three.
turn on our own.
One of the three. Well, they're
Yeah.
competitors.
Well, because here's the thing with cable news. Yes, they are on their political sides, but it's also like fuck that guy. I got it. My
They're
channel's got to win.
competitors.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean, yeah, they might be on the same political side, but they still compete for ratings.
yeah. Which is so funny because in radio, like I remember like just goofing around when I first got my first job. That was kind of like, oh, let's throw some radio station stickers on the other radio station on the competitor's van. And somebody pulled me aside and goes, "Listen, we are all possibly going to be working at that place in a year or so. So don't do anything to piss anybody off." And I was like, "Oh, you're right."
We used to do that too in the city.
Yeah. No ethics in New
Yeah.
York radio. What's
No.
up, Jay Sabs?
Oh, you're talking about places with no ethics? Okay. Thank you for letting me join right now.
This is our ethics expert.
You're our HR advisor, so that's why we brought you in. So anyway, Chris Cuomo, while
What
his
now?
brother was being investigated, he was actively investigating using his sources to investigate the people that were accusing his brother of sexual misconduct.
What? Who's on first?
Yes. So the girls that were like, "Oh, Andrew Cuomo was harassing me," he was using his influence and his position and his sources to gather information on these women.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
You mean the guy that was all, I can't report on it. It's my brother. I got to stay out of it. Wasn't exactly
How do
staying out
you
of it.
know?
Nail, meet Frank's head.
That's fine.
I think I fucked that up.
No,
Anyway.
you got it. You hit the.
This was published late Monday. CNN responded by saying that they would review the documents. Chris Cuomo also lobbied to help the governor's office as it sought out to weather the storm of accusations, and he dictated statements for the then governor to use. Here you go, brother. Let me write your retorts for you. 3 days after the New York Times reported in March about how Andrew Cuomo attempted to kiss a woman, Anna Ruck, at a wedding, Chris Cuomo texted then aide DeRosa, the woman that also people said they caught Cuomo and him making out, DeRosa and him making out. "I have a lead on the wedding girl," he said.
Ooh.
So they have this actual evidence.
Man.
They have it. He also asked DeRosa to please, quote, "please let me help with the prep." CNN issued a comment saying that they would review the thousands of pages of additional transcripts and exhibits that were released today by or that were worked on with MSNBC, and also, I should have mentioned earlier, the New York Attorney General, who has been reviewing some of these documents as well.
Man.
So they actually have proof of him asking people, "Hey, can you check these girls out for me?"
Yeah, that he was.
Damn.
He said to DeRosa, "I have a lead on the wedding girl."
Let me ask you this: if you're Cuomo and you stumble on a lead or something that would help your brother, what's the ethical thing to do? Do you maybe not follow up on it, but do you give it to your brother? What do you do?
Well,
I think if somebody it. Can you ignore it?
If somebody calls you,
yeah,
and gives it to you, that's one thing,
right?
But it doesn't seem like that was. It seems like he was.
Reaching.
I mean, when you're saying like, "Let me help, let me be a part of this," it's like, and then like you just said, you're recusing yourself from that
reporting on it, but you're.
This guy should be fired.
Yeah, this is not.
I don't understand it. Like this guy sucks balls. Like he should really go.
There are rules to journalism, and he's obviously not following the rules.
And he turned on his audio. How could you, if you fucking even like this guy, how could you tune in to watch him again? I don't get it.
No.
Frank, do you like him?
No, I used to think he was all right, but after all this shit, not a huge fan.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. I just thought that Democrats really
Oh
enjoyed
yeah,
him.
I like every person as long as they're a Democrat.
Well, he's also on CNN.
I don't watch the news. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I watched the news during the 4 years, of Trump. But I after when we got because I
Oh,
used to watch it like
for
on
pleasant talk.
no no no.
I
I
get
used
it.
to watch it. I used to
There
watch
you
it
go.
when I was at work at my office. But because I had the computer right there, I used to sit and while I was doing my work. But ever since we had to stay home, I don't put on the news. I don't watch the news while
No.
I'm home.
When are you going back to work?
Never.
No,
I
did
have
they
no
say yet
idea.
or no? No,
Not a clue.
really?
No, still working from home for the
Oh.
foreseeable future.
I love how you just admitted that you gave up on the news when Trump left, which I would
Yeah.
criticize you for if it wasn't for the fact that it seems like 98% of the rest of the population has done the exact same thing.
It's one of those things like
Judging by the cable news networks, ratings taking a total nosedive, I think everybody's in the same boat.
I think it was John Mulaney had a bit about this. He goes, if you just you have a newborn baby and you leave the baby with your parents, you might not check in as often. If you leave the baby with Gary Busey, you're going to check in every 5 minutes. That was me the 4 years. America was the baby.
You were checking in because Gary Busey was watching us?
Watch, you're right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to keep your eye on stuff.
What's wrong with Gary Busey?
Would you let him babysit your kid?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me just say this. Knowing Janine and her husband as much as I know, Gary Busey couldn't do much more damage. I mean, honestly.
Definitely not.
I'm not saying
What's he going to do?
I just think he'd be a little erratic and he might take a walk by himself and leave the kid somewhere. I'm not saying he'd do anything
My
crazy,
father would do
weird.
that anyway, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's funny because I think Trump was first child syndrome and Biden is second child syndrome. Like by the time the second kid comes around, you're like, it doesn't fucking climb on the couch. Who gives a shit? I can't be watching you that hard anymore. When that first one comes around, you're there for every little fart and sneeze.
Like,
and
what? Oh,
yeah.
That's pretty much what we were doing for 4 years.
So yeah, I mean, I would love. You know what? I would love it for CNN to just fucking shit can this guy already. Like. And you know what the thing is? I don't honestly believe he's doing anything special. That some other fucking left side blowhard can't come in there and do. Like they wouldn't lose a person.
The thing is, it's because of it's because of his brother. That's why he's there.
Well, that's
I
agree with
power
that.
Anymore.
His brother's gone now.
But the thing is, as long as this case is in the news, he's going to be there.
Why? It doesn't matter. He's not offering anything. It's not like
but he might now.
He's going to start talking now.
You never know. In case if he thinks he's getting let go, he might start to speak up.
Maybe, but then once the case is over,
I don't know.
You know what I was going to say? You know what's interesting is I feel like Andrew Cuomo is gearing up for a fight because the Attorney General, Letitia James, is that her name? Mm-hmm. She's going to run for governor.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to frame this as this was a political witch hunt by her to get me out of the way so she could run for governor successfully.
Yep.
But Hochul's going to run. Who's to say she's not going to win?
Well, maybe that may be the case, but Letitia, she already said that she has interest in running. She's got an exploratory committee or whatever the first step is that they take. And so here's the other thing too. I don't know why, because I don't believe I follow him anywhere, but I was on Facebook Black Friday maybe or Saturday, and I saw a post from Governor Cuomo. Oh, maybe I do, because I think I followed him during COVID. Anyway, I saw a post from him. He put out a post for Thanksgiving with his 3 daughters and his mother.
I saw that too.
Did you see that?
I did.
And I was like, ballsy move, because, now's the time to take some time off. We don't need a fucking happy Thanksgiving from you with all this shit swirling around you. But I was like, let me take a look at the comments and see, that old Michael Jackson meme of like, I'm just here for the comment. I'm like, I want to just see how badly this guy's getting battered in the comments. Full disclosure, I gave up after maybe 10 or 12. Every single one of them positive for Cuomo. Every single one of them from a female.
Yep. Question. I saw this, but I don't remember. Could you see his nipple piercing through his shirt? Because then that makes that's a whole different story.
It did look like he was holding his shirt a little tighter on the one side, like he was pulling his shirt down.
Now I'm gonna have to go comment something positive. Thank you.
He had the two turkey legs in front of him.
Yeah,
Blocking.
I was surprised because there's somebody, and again, it was a couple of days old, so maybe he had somebody up there just, keeping an eye on it, taking out that old stuff. I found it hard to believe that there wasn't just like this, like.
Well, anybody, I feel like there's going to be, there's probably a lot of negative in there. You only said you saw the first dozen or so, but.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't look hard for it. I didn't go hard on it.
And
That's what she said.
And I think there's still going to be whoever is motivated enough to comment in the comments or whoever's there is going to say something positive because they're there to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, why are they even there? It's just to say something.
Yeah, but it's the internet. People.
Come on, Frank.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I started that sentence.
Can you go back and retract that statement?
Idiot I am. That was stupid.
Come on, have you read the comments on this?
That's true.
Jack Dorsey is out as the CEO of Twitter. The CTO, Paraj Agrawal, the Chief Technology Officer, he'll take over the helm, the company said today. Shares of Twitter closed down 2.74%. Dorsey, 45 years old. He was serving as both the CEO of Twitter and Square. He'll remain a member of the board until his term expires in 2022. He basically said, quote, "I've decided to leave Twitter because I believe the company is ready to move on from its founders." He was one of the last founders to be still involved in the company.
I think he just sees it as a huge headache. I mean, with all this shit, be like, you know what? I made my money. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
See ya.
I feel the same way. Like he hung around for way too long.
You think so?
I think so. And I honestly feel on both sides of this. I feel like what Frank just said. Who needs the headache? He's a billionaire. It doesn't matter. And he's got other things that he wants to do. He's got other companies. Like you spending your time on that is just it's a no-win situation. On the other hand, if you've ever created something, you kind of know what that feels like.
That's true.
And to give that up is incredibly tough.
That is tough.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's your own baby, and you're just like, all right, I'm done with it. You hand it over to someone else.
That is hard. Like I've consulted on a lot of things and ran a lot of things for people, and then you hand it over to somebody else, and you see their first couple of things, and you're like, "What the fuck what are you doing?" Like,
yeah,
we worked so hard to get something to a place.
Well, you know what? It's better. Like if you're looking on a positive note, it's better to do it now instead of when you're like 85 and you're forced out or something. You do it when you have the control, and you could like maybe leave some stipulations behind, and I'm sure he didn't just go. That's it. I'm sure there's some conditions that they have to follow or something.
Well, I mean, the company is what it is, but it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I mean, the latest feature that I've seen a lot of is they basically took over Clubhouse. Like they've created rooms. I mean, Facebook has introduced the same sort of thing, these new audio rooms. I don't know how popular they are, but nobody is talking about Clubhouse anymore. And Twitter just put, I think they're calling them rooms. I don't even know what they're calling them. But they just put this thing down on the bottom. Oh, spaces, they're calling them. So if you have Twitter and you look down on the bottom of your Twitter now, in the middle there is this little 4-dot thing in the middle.
I don't have that.
Yeah, you don't have it?
No, what the hell?
That's what she said.
That's
you don't know how to use the 3 seashells?
I don't have the thing.
That's the
bright.
You know what, Anthony? He doesn't have a. You know what?
I know. You should get an iPhone and join the rest of society.
See, I only have the 4 things, and my screen is cracked to hell. See that?
Yeah,
oh,
that's good.
But yeah, I don't have that anymore. Maybe it has to be
his
updated.
battery still lasts longer than mine.
Frank,
I'm sure
1997 called. They want their fucking cell phone back. Okay,
Shut up.
But I feel for Dorsey. I will say one of the great moments ever in podcasting history is when Jack Dorsey went on Joe Rogan's podcast with Tim Pool, and the two of them kind of debated it out on this whole right versus. Look at Janine's like, who? Tim Pool is this. Tim Pool came up in Vice maybe or something. He was a reporter. He really kind of made his bones during Occupy Wall Street.
Oh.
And then he's kind of famous now because he was a Frank in the beginning, and now he's turned into a Janine. So he was very much left, liberal, this and that, and then kind of saw how shitty the liberals, the Democrats could be, and then he's turned his life into a,
ouch.
I'm going to criticize liberals for the rest of my life kind of a guy. Which, like everything else,
I do not criticize liberals. I don't even know what a liberal is.
Which, like everything else, half the time he's kind of right, and half the time it's just he's just mad at his own. He's mad at his past. But it was a great moment where it was like open dialogue and conversation, and there were times where Dorsey looked like shit, and there were times where he was kind of like, "What would you do in this particular situation?" Because if there's one thing that President Trump did give us, it was quite the quandary of like, how do you handle these scenarios? Like, he really did push the envelope on these social media companies on, is this freedom of speech, or is this inciting violence? Is this just crazy lunatic behavior, or is this just normal, whatever?
The one thing he did was violently shove us into having to answer those questions.
A lot of questions. But anyway, so that's Jack Dorsey. He's going to be stepping down. Speaking of, and I could not get enough of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is starting memes to go along with the new variant, one of which was...
Thank you for waiting for me.
I
know he was given to me.
Do you want to hold? Oh, you can't. Let me see if I can
do it.
Let me see if I can find it. Janine had a great one. But yeah, we got a new COVID variant. That's
Omicron.
No, you have to say it like how it's supposed to be said, Frank. Omicron.
Why would I say it like
Is that it?
That's how you're supposed to. That's how I hear it in my head.
As soon as I heard it, I mean, you guys aren't going to think of this, but as soon as I heard it, I thought of Futurama.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it.
Because one of the planets that they interact with a lot is called Omicron Persei 8.
Oh, wow, really?
And it's, as soon as you heard Omicron, like, okay, that's ridiculous.
Omicron.
Why would they name it that?
There's Janine's. That one made me chuckle hysterically.
Oh, Clark, what is it? Variant of the Month Club. That's how I read it in my head too.
That's festive for the holidays, though.
Right?
Nice.
I mean,
it's good fun for the family.
It is.
I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on this because, we just kind of came off of the Delta variant is now going to kill us all. And certainly there was a rise in cases, and certainly it was indeed contagious and more contagious than the originals. But it kind of feels like society is moving and not really stopping, and didn't stop for the Delta variant at all.
Well, it's still going. I mean, it's not like we solved the Delta variant.
Still going. But the other part of it, too, is it feels like the Delta variant really, again, like it seems COVID is doing now, is really only affecting unvaccinated people for the most part. You don't have a lot of vaccinated people dying.
True.
I mean, they are, but you don't have a ton of it.
Colin Powell.
It's like...
What?
Colin Powell. Will you stop? Colin Powell had underlying issues.
Right.
So then a lot of people who do have underlying issues and are vaccinated and get it, something could happen to them too, right?
Yeah, but if you have the vaccine, you're good. You're not gonna...
But he died.
Janine, are you still not? Are you
but
still
he had
unvaccinated?
underlying issues.
You're still in that. Your state. Here's what's interesting about, and I did start this to start in on you.
To badger me.
To badger you. But I will say this, because we're going to recap Friendsgiving coming up in a little bit.
Oh.
One of our close dear friends who's super hardcore right-wing guy, very anti-vax guy. And obviously he has his own situation that he had to, to deal with, but he got vaccinated. I would have lost money on the fact that he got it before you did.
Well, he's in a situation where he has to get it.
He had to get it. That's what I said. Yeah, he had different scenario, understandably so. But when this all started, if you would have told me you would have been last man standing,
But I thought you thought I was gonna get it.
I thought you were gonna get it. Yeah.
Like no matter what. Like
No,
Eventually,
just in general.
I felt like after a while you were just gonna get it, and then when we had that proposal that Frank had to wear a Trump hat, if you got it, I thought, oh, for sure this is happening. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, and here we are, like 9 months later, and it still hasn't happened.
I was
Which
willing
I'm
to wear the
surprised
hat.
about.
Still holding out. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to find the perfect Trump hat.
There's
shirt.
only one. There's only
And
one.
shirt.
Go to China. They make them there.
I can't. I mean, we still get fan mail every day about people that are like, "Stay strong, Janine. Stay with it, Janine." So
Why?
you're still queen of the crew there. Is there an update? I mean, are you planning on getting it, or you're still on the no side? Okay, all right.
I have no plans. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't think about it. Like I don't think about getting it unless people start talking about it, and then my blood pressure rises.
You get angry still.
No, I don't get angry like in general speaking about it. I have a problem with people saying that. First of all, mandating it and telling me that I should get it, or
So the
you
only
have
reason
to
you're-
get it.
So the only reason you're not getting it is because they said you should get it.
Nope. I just said that it annoys me. That's when I get aggravated about it.
Okay.
I think you might be Sicilian. This is clearly a trait
I'm
of
actually
this.
not.
Yeah. Don't make one of the
Different-
reasons.
Different
not
different part of Italy.
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
you said this.
I would say let's 23 and me ya, but I think I think we're there. It's pretty much.
I'm also Russian, so
Oh yeah, maybe is that what happens when you mix Russian with Sicilian?
yeah, you don't want to.
Got it.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. But what's interesting about this, I want to keep calling it Omnicore. What is it, Frank?
Omicron.
Omicron. Okay.
No, Omicron.
You say it that way. I'll say it this way.
They're already starting to talk about travel bans. Which, when we were at Friendsgiving, I said they should be doing that because if it's in one part of the world,
It's
shut
gonna
it
spread.
down, and it'll it's odds are that it already has,
Right.
but
You know what they're saying? The best defense we have right now against it
is a good offense.
is a good offense. Which
No,
is
I was just
getting
being a
the
wise
vaccine.
ass. I didn't think that's what you were
No, it's
actually going to
true.
say.
Is by going ahead and getting vaccinated. That's the best
Um,
defense we have right now.
Well, I'm more in favor of travel bans than in any sort of shutdowns.
Yeah, no, we don't. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to shut anything down.
That's my feeling on it, especially if you're finding this in South Africa or wherever else
I mean, right.
Norwegia, wherever else.
Right. No, travel ban. If that keeps it contained, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Here's the thing, because I was actually reading something about it before. So they're saying they don't really know anything about it just yet, but people shouldn't start freaking out because they literally don't know anything about it just yet. So, hello.
They don't know nothing about it. They know some things about it. They know it's a COVID variant, so they do have a lead on it a little bit.
Yeah,
mean,
but
They
I mean,
don't know nothing. They know it's a
do I
variant.
think it's another scare tactic? Absolutely.
Well, I think that,
I
yeah,
do.
I think people
I
that
do.
want people to be vaccinated will use anytime anything happens, they're going to be like, hey, this is another great reason to get
What do you think the
vaccinated.
motivation for that is, though? Why would they want you to be
Be a
vaccinated?
safety. Yeah, people
Thank
they
you.
just want people to be safe, I think.
Yeah. Because they want you to
Um,
get the vaccine
Yeah,
and the booster.
17 countries. 17 countries they've confirmed Omicron in. Australia, Austria, Belgium, Botswana, which has got to be the most fun country to say. Botswana. That's
Botswana
just
is
a good
pretty
time.
fun.
Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany, Hong Kong, Israel, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, United Kingdom, and guess what the last one is?
Canada? Did you say that?
My wife and Janine said it at the same
Oh
time.
no!
Canada.
It crossed the pond.
It's right fucking there.
Ah,
Well,
We're
that's the
still
thing.
not
Like,
allowed in
I'm
Canada, are we?
sure. I'm
We're
sure it's
allowed?
already here anyway,
Yeah, probably they'll find something here soon.
because they do a travel ban, and then it's already too late, I guess.
Good thing I'm vaccinated.
Well, the CNN medical analyst, Dr.
He just said, "Fuck you, Janine."
No,
Good thing I'm vaccinated.
No, I'm just
you're
glad I'm
out of luck that
vaccinated.
you're not.
I wish you were, but it's a good thing I'm vaccinated.
The CNN medical analyst, Dr. Jonathan Reiner, said Monday that that travel bans are illusions of protection.
They said, I heard that. Yeah, you could do that, but chances are it only delays it. Which I guess a delay is better than nothing, because
I'm only going to ask you, Janine, because I don't mean to jab at you, for lack of a better term. But does it change your mind? Because you're the only unvaccinated person on the show now. Does it change your mind at all when you hear shit like this, or you don't care? It doesn't change your mind. Okay.
I don't, because look what happened with Delta. Nothing really. They made a big deal out of it, and then what happened?
People died from it.
Frank, people die every single day.
Oh, so we should just don't wear seatbelts. Don't.
Oh, here we go.
Don't take precautions or anything.
Right. We don't want to go back down the same path.
No, because that's a ridiculous statement.
But I do have a question. When I'm asking you is this argument or idea of that the virus can not manipulate. What's the word I'm looking for? Mutate. Thank you. In the unvaccinated population, that doesn't change your mind at all when you start to see these new things, or no?
It only mutates in the vaccinated community, unvaccinated community.
The fact that that doesn't only mutate in the unvaccinated community, but scientifically, to fight against mutations, the more vaccinations there are, the less places the virus has to go, and the less mutations it will undergo.
I don't know how true that actually is, because again, with the flu, that doesn't really work, because how many variants of the flu that come out every single year?
It's usually like a handful. It's not that many.
Again, we've only had a handful for COVID.
It's only been a year or 2 years. Flu's been around a lot longer.
You know what's always amazing about the flu? How does it come back?
I don't know. Does
anybody really know? I mean, if it's like we have our flu season, then nobody gets the flu, and then all of a sudden the flu starts coming back again. And it's been that way.
Where is it when it's not around?
For as long as I can remember. How does it not just die out?
Well, the warm weather definitely helps it. And then when it's cold, just different. I guess that's how it dies and then comes back. I don't know.
It's just amazing that this is not an issue 9 months out of the year. And then all of a sudden, it's like a thing again. And it seems weird that it keeps coming back every single year. I mean,
it's all year round. I'm looking at the CDC about the flu.
I mean, you can get it.
It's
besides November to March, whatever it is.
Yeah, the flu virus is around all year, but it grows exponentially during the winter months. It's always there.
All right, I guess that's it. It just, what could it go down to? A few thousand people? I guess it would still kind of. All right.
Yeah, it's cold in a lot of places that still have it, I guess. If we all lived along the equator, maybe it'd go away. I don't know.
It just kind of feels a little hard. I don't know. Just kind of feels a little hard to believe, I guess. It is day 2 of what my friend Smokey Robinson likes to call Chanukah, which is just great. So we want to wish a happy Chanukah to everybody out there. I forgot about this.
Change that subject real fast.
I want to what? We can keep going. You want to keep going? I'm not keep going. Okay. I want to have the same.
I'll say it respectfully. Happy Hanukkah to those celebrating.
Yeah,
it's time to celebrate Hanukkah.
Well, do you remember this? My friend Brian the Cannon Bannon, he reminded me of this. Last year, Smokey Robinson was on Cameo when some Jewish guy's kids paid. I guess you're paying a lot for Smokey Robinson to say hi to your dad, and this is literally what he said.
You again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they want me to wish you happy Chanukah. Ooh. I have no idea what Chanukah is, but happy Chanukah.
Wow, I bet that's a joke. So.
Anyway, God bless you, babe.
That's
and enjoy
a joke, right?
Chanukah. Have a wonderful time.
I think that because there's 3 or 4 ways to spell Hanukkah, and I think maybe he's only seen it one or two of the other ways.
He has it the way we have it on. They put it the way we have it on screen with the ch, and he literally said Chinooka.
Yeah. A couple of different ways to spell that, and
Yeah.
he got the one he hasn't seen very often, I think.
I mean, that's hysterical to me. I mean, come on. You don't know Hanukkah by now? I mean, Smokey's fucking 67. He's been around for a long time to kind of not get that one.
That's yeah, and if you don't know, maybe look it up before you go live on the thing.
Yeah. Did Chinooka not sound right to you? That, like, you know, somebody's asking you to wish your dad a happy Chinooka? So anyway, happy Chinooka to everybody out there celebrating from Smokey and the rest of the crew here.
Indeed.
The Anthony on Air podcast.
I like how you're coupling us up with Smokey.
Yeah. I put it all together.
We're all on the same level.
I can sympathize with saying things stupidly.
I don't think he'd mind.
Yeah, it should be fine.
What in the hell is Whamageddon?
It's Whamageddon. So credit to our good pal Twitter Bill for reminding me again. Whamageddon begins on December 1st, which is what, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Whamageddon begins on Wednesday. If you've not participated in Whamageddon, here's the basic outline of the game. You have to go as long as you possibly can in the holiday season without hearing Wham's Last Christmas.
No.
Yes. These are the rules of Whamageddon.
I refuse to participate.
Well, it's a fun game where there's not really like a winner or a loser. You just kind of play.
Right.
I'd rather do that with the Mariah Carey song.
That's impossible.
I know. Actually, I haven't heard it yet this year.
The Mariah Carey song?
Yeah, I've heard Last Christmas a few times. I have not heard Mariah Carey's.
I've heard the Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé version.
Ugh. Michael
like
Bublé, I'm sorry. You're going to hate me for this too. I hate Michael Bublé singing Christmas songs.
Why?
What else?
I know someone in our group really likes him and actually would go to a concert or has. I just can't take his voice. I don't think he sings. I think he talks. I just don't like it.
Do you like his other songs?
No.
Not the Christmas stuff?
No.
So unimpressed. She's so unimpressed. Guy is a generational talent. Probably not a unique voice has ever come across since Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra. And she's like, fuck that guy.
I just don't like it. It's not, I don't know. The Christmas stuff bothers me more than anything else. So
you know who loves Michael Bublé all of a sudden?
Who?
My kid.
Really?
We were in the car. We had Sirius on, and we were listening to the Holly channel, and he came on, and like he's just starting to read. You know, he's in the first grade, so he recognized his name because he couldn't see Bublé on the display. It just said Michael, and he's like, "Who is this? Is this Michael?" And we were like, "Yeah, it's Michael Bublé." What did he call him? Michael Bulby or something? He said it was a really adorable the way he said it. But now he kind of like he likes him. And I said to him, "Do you like him because he's got your name or because he's got a nice voice?" He's like, "No, he's got a nice voice."
Oh,
okay,
that's sweet.
I'm like, oh, sorry, Michael.
It was the Mariah Carey song. Bublé is like hugely famous for doing a slowed down version of.
I haven't heard that, and I probably want to shoot myself. Yeah. So
no, it's really good.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Anyway, so here's the Whamageddon rules. The objective is to go as long as possible without hearing Wham's Christmas classic Last Christmas. The game starts December 1st and ends at midnight December 4th. Only the original version applies. So remixes and covers,
no,
you're not out. It's got to be Wham's Last Christmas.
Wait, December 1st to when?
To Christmas Eve.
Okay, Christmas Eve.
If you can go the whole entire time, you win Whamageddon.
Wow.
If you hear, as soon as you recognize the song, you're
turn
out.
It off. Oh.
No, you're out. As soon as you hear it, as soon as it comes into you, you're out. In a store, in the car.
How do you escape this?
This has got to be luck, I feel like.
Or just don't listen. When you hear this song, you have to post on social media using the hashtag Whamageddon, as I've spelled here for you too. So this will be a fun game that we could all play together. I'll be doing it. Do you guys want to do it too?
I'll do it, but it's going to be tough for me since I work in a radio station and we play Christmas music. I don't know.
We
if
play
that's
literally those songs every
Well,
single day.
It's kind of cheating, but I did it last year when I was on LNG. I played it. I just turned it down. I didn't listen to it in the studio.
Oof.
So if you don't hear it, you're fine.
If you catch like the tail end because you have to talk out of it.
If you hear it, then you're out.
That's it. It's over.
Yeah. If you're coming out of it, then you're fucked. But if not, you're good. Actually, you don't even have to. You can read the countdown. You fucking amateur. What, you got to hear it?
Relax. Jeez.
And here's the other thing to keep in mind too. You can't send somebody like don't wood this thing where you.
I can't send you a whammogram.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's got to be pure and legitimate. It's got to be by chance. So if
Nobody's
you hear
giving me
it,
credit for coining that term right now.
what term?
Whammogram.
Whammogram?
Yeah, I can't send
That's
you a
pretty good.
whammogram.
No, that is pretty good.
Thank you.
I like it. But that's basically the thing. Don't be a dick. Don't send a whammogram. It's all got to be survival of the fittest, purely legitimate from the beginning.
Okay.
Twitter Bill's the guy. He keeps us honest on this every single year. So by the way, if you love that song, listen to the fuck out of it tomorrow. You got all day Tuesday to have it out.
It's gonna be rough.
But once Wednesday starts, once you wake up on December 1st,
I'm out.
all's fair game. As soon as you hear it, you got to tweet. So tweet, Facebook post, whatever, tag us, use the hashtag Whamageddon. Let us know when you're out. We will do the same. We'll see who can last the longest.
I'm going to be like Kramer. I'm out. That's it. It's going to be like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll play.
Sorry.
Good. Whamageddon, you guys are in?
I'm in.
Okay. Battle of the First Ladies Christmas. So Jill Biden today released some photos of the White House Christmas decorations.
Okie doke.
And this immediately turned into a Twitter battle of people that were saying she can't decorate for shit. We miss Melania.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And then the other side saying, thank God that fucking Melania is gone. And finally, class has been restored to the White House. I don't understand how this happened because I looked at both of their shit and they both look really fucking nice. It's just different taste.
I'm going to have to go and do a side-by-side comparison.
I'm sorry.
Go look at all the pictures.
And this is being as completely neutral as I could possibly be.
This means that he's not going to be neutral.
No, he's not.
No. I how could I criticize without being? But the Melania thing here. That just looks. It's just a bunch of red freaking.
It's red trees.
What is that?
Why?
Of course he doesn't like it.
It just. You like that? That says Christmas to you. I didn't see. To be fair, I didn't see Jill Biden's. I did not see it. But that's just that. Come on. That's your decoration? Just a bunch of weirdly shaped. Like it's. First of all, they're not even in any particular size order or anything. It's just random sizes, and they're just all red. There's no.
I have to see the front of the house too.
That's all I know of it. If there's more, I don't know.
Omicron. That's what I hear. That's what I hear when I see that.
It's just a weird.
Sorry.
It's just a weird setup. It's just red trees. There's no ornaments on them or anything.
Wait, do you have Anthony? Do you have in the list of subjects to talk about tonight? What happened yesterday in Long Island?
Oh, I didn't put that on, but we can definitely add it on.
Okay.
Yeah, we can definitely add that onto the list.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that.
I mean, obviously, I know what happened, but okay.
I'm gonna look up Jill Biden's Christmas, and let's see now. All right, that the video came up. Hang on.
Well, here, let me show you Jill's. I got Jill's.
Great.
Yeah, I got Jill's. I'll show everybody Jill. We'll go to her Twitter. And this is some of the stuff. So some of the shots.
I can't see from here.
Apologies to some of the people that are listening and not watching.
This has nothing to do with my political affiliation.
Nothing at all.
But this looks, at least there's, Christmas. It looks like Christmas trees. Those are green trees with decorations on them.
Well, she put up Christmas trees too.
Stop it. They were just red trees. Pointed. They look like red, just red arrows.
Right.
That's all that.
Well, this is Jill's. This is and now I will say too, I'm a sucker for blue and silver, so I do really like this a lot.
It's nice looking.
I do like the blue and silver kind of look, but that looks nice. It's got trees outside.
That looks classic right there. Look at that. It doesn't? Am I wrong? This has nothing to do. I swear
Frank
it has
just came in
nothing to
his
do.
pants from.
Look at that. It looks nice with the stockings and the garland and everything.
I saw an excellent outside holiday display yesterday. Anthony, do you want to pull up my picture from last night too?
One criticism I'll give is I'm not a fan of the pictures on the tree, but other than that, it's
I'll
nice.
get to that in a second. What did you say, Janine? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
The outside Christmas decorations that I took a picture of last night.
That you took a picture of last night?
I guess you missed that.
Did you send it to me?
I sent it to everybody in the group.
I'll have to go back and look. I'll have to check and see.
This looks nice.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember. Was that by your house?
Yes, it was.
Okay, we'll show that.
And I actually need a better picture of it.
You really should. You should get a better picture.
I'm probably gonna go back and get a better picture.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I don't know what it is. I am a sucker for a miniature Christmas village. Okay.
Those
You
are
put a
nice.
fucking. There was out in East Hampton. There was this room that was filled with some guy made this whole fucking thing. I spent 3 hours in this place. Looking at
No.
this. I swear to God, little towns and the train sets and all that bullshit.
Really?
You would like.
I'm a
There's
fucking sucker.
Did you ever go to in the city in Manhattan? There's the miniature Museum of Miniatures, I think it's called. And
Really?
it's like New York City, but tiny. You could just look at everything. They have all these little, like they'll have Spider-Man swinging through the city, but everything's tiny. It's like
I'm a sucker for it. You ever
That's
see
what
these
she said.
people on TikTok now too? Like they'll show you how they make like the little doors and the little shops and shit.
No.
I never.
I want to
never-
see this.
you
Yeah,
get a
never
kick
saw
out of the Museum of Miniatures.
You watched one video, and that's all it takes, right?
That's all it takes. I don't love the big gift box kind of. I don't know what this is. I don't care for this.
like
one.
a gift box arch.
Yeah, this is like a swing and a miss to me. This isn't.
Yeah. I've
This
seen,
isn't
that's,
fucking FAO Schwartz here.
I
Like,
get the
somebody
idea,
should.
but
Yeah, somebody should be like, all right, Flotus, like take it. Like this is a bit much. No.
I think if the boxes were different, all different colors and different wrappings and stuff, that'd be kind of cool. But look at that. That looks nice.
It's very nice. It looks very, very nice. Yeah. No, I thought she did a good job. Outside from the boxes, I thought she did a pretty good job. Now Melania here, it's just as nice. I don't understand why everybody gets so upset.
Oh, that's nice. That's
That is
okay.
nice.
This was her. That she did this.
What's
and
the red?
And the red.
That's-
this is somebody put the what is that?
That's the Handmaid's Tale thing.
Yeah.
But that right there, the one underneath, the red one underneath.
Look, she brought a live ballerina in to fucking dance while the decorations were up. How classy.
Where do
Oh,
you
that's
see
nice.
I
I
like
hear
it
your
too.
wife.
What are you talking about? Live ballet.
I like the live. You don't see the ballerina back there dancing?
Oh, I didn't see her. I'm
Poor
sorry.
girl danced her ass off 16 hours of a day.
That's
Every
nice.
day from December 1st to the 24th.
That's a little ridiculous. But look
That's
at that.
dedication.
That's. I don't like that.
Frank, did you put up your outside lights? Do you do outside lights?
We will. We're doing it. I believe we're doing it this weekend. Yeah, we have to. I think we're doing it this weekend.
I don't
Anthony?
look. I
Oh,
don't.
that is nice.
Would I put fucking? Oh, here, look. This is nice.
I don't like that either. Look at that. What
I like that. Would I put fucking 14 red trees down my hallway? No, I wouldn't. But it's nice to look at. I think it's nice.
I don't. It looks like leftovers from a tree lot. They're all different sizes, and they're just all red.
Your leftovers from a tree lot.
That's a good one. Sick burn. I like the one underneath. If you go to the one with the green trees, the one underneath there.
Yeah, well, she had 4 fucking years. You know,
That's
at least-
nice too. But the red just ugh. The red and the weird one with the branches doesn't look good to me.
I
you
think
don't
I
like
think
that,
that's
okay.
classy.
That doesn't. I don't look. No. What is that? Doesn't say Christmas at all. It's just doesn't. There's not even. I don't know.
White branches, very Christmassy.
Yeah.
But that's all there is just white branches. Put a
Oh,
friggin' light in there or something. String of
Well,
lights.
here's the thing too. I mean, again, like I wouldn't decorate my house like this, but it's nice to look at. Like it's
Yeah.
cool to see.
I disagree. I liked the other one there next to it. The white. See that? If you go to the right of that one, down That one. That one looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, like outside on a mountain. Like it has all the. That's nice. The red just doesn't.
They all look nice. That's my point. I don't know why we had to
I
sit
don't
here
like
and be
the
like,
red, and I
thank
don't like
God.
the branches one. That's all. I like these. I like the classic looks here. Those are nice.
You're a classic look, my friend.
Thank you.
Don't forget, we've got some Cyber Week savings here all week long at the shopanthononair.com store. We have set up a promo code where you can save 15% off on your favorite Anthony on Air merchandise.
Merchandising.
Merchandising, indeed. Inspired by our own JSABs. The promo code is TWSS.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
That's what she said. 15.
That's a promo code that you got to do, that you got to punch in there to save on the cyber deals. And here's the thing. Everything in the shop is 15% off for this week. So it started today and it'll roll all the way through Saturday.
Nice.
All of our merch items. Frank's holding up the cup. You could see we got the silhouette sweatshirt in there. Here, I've been drinking out of this all show long. The steel tumbler, which is just amazing. The new all black mug is out there.
All black, everything. Black cars, black cars.
Look, we brought back the That's What She Said. We have restocked the That's What She Said items.
They're back, baby. Just in time for the sale.
You should have told me I would have worn my That's What She Said tank top.
I was going to, but you know what? I'm going to have you guys film. We're all going to film. We're going to cut a promo for the week that we could put out to remind everybody throughout the rest of the week, so you could wear it then. How's that?
Are we doing that?
Yeah, we're going to do just a little like, hey, you know, just a reminder that people can save.
Well, thankfully I got my That's What She Said thong, so thank you.
There you go. Frank actually looks really good in that. If
I saw.
Be so
Thank
bold.
you. I don't know if I should wear it on my head though.
Well, wear wherever you feel like you need to wear it, buddy.
Thank you.
It's 2021. You be you. Be yourself.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So shopanthononair.com. Use the promo code TWSS15. You get 15% off all the items. This is perfect for the loved one in your life that's a big fan of the show, and you want to get them something a little bit different. You know, this with the Jumpstart Coffee Company promo code, and you've got a bunch of good gifts for somebody who loves the show and good coffee.
It's a beautiful
and you're
thing.
saving big time. So keep that in mind. We'll talk about this again on Wednesday and Friday, but then that's it. Really, after Friday's show, the 15% is going to be gone. So
get in on the savings.
Cyber Week while you can. I spent the whole all day Sunday trying to figure out how to work in ASL ? Into our Cyber Week promo, but I couldn't quite nail it.
That's what she said.
Well,
exactly. Stephen Sondheim died over the Thanksgiving break.
that one sucks.
Yeah, you feeling the Stephen Sondheim thing?
This is a big deal on Broadway. I mean, big name, big songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a blow. At least 91 though. He hung in there.
91, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Do we know how? I last I read there was no cause. I mean, 91 is cause enough, but there's usually a cause.
COVID, I think, is basically the default.
Or is it always? It's just COVID.
I'm just gonna write it.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if there was a cause, but that's a big blow. I don't know if he was still working, if he was still writing stuff at his age.
I'm not sure, but every gay person I knew was completely devastated by this. Like completely devastated. We almost got the uncles on this episode to sing a little song.
Really?
For us.
It'd be great to bring them on.
We'll clash with availability time, but they were devastated. One of the uncles said, and I quote, I'm going to quote you here, just so you guys know I'm not lying, because there's no way I would know that this was a song of his. I'll be singing Losing My Mind for the next 24 hours. I don't even know what that means, but
Losing My Mind.
I don't know. I really honestly don't even know who this guy was. But the thing is, to be fair, I'm not into Broadway, so.
Right.
Yeah, but.
To be fair, when I tell you every gay friend, I don't have a lot, less than 10, more than 5.
It's from Follies.
Every one of them devastated. Every one of them devastated.
He's a big deal, Sondheim. He's
Huge deal. I don't think the gay community has been this upset since Harvey Milk died. I think that was the last big, like, holy shit, like the gay world stops turning kind of thing. That and the last time a Barbra Streisand tour sold out in 3 seconds.
Oh, God.
That upsets them.
Man, I don't know why you're attacking the gay people.
I'm not attacking
this
them,
one.
making them laugh.
You are attacking the crap out of them.
I'm
You gotta
entertaining
ease
them.
up.
I'm just saying they took this. The Steven was their champion for sure, by far. That was their guy.
Sure, totally.
Yeah.
But not just for gay people. People who enjoy Broadway. People who enjoy movies.
You'd be the first non-gay that
Am I the
felt
first?
anything towards this.
Are you kidding?
Totally. That I
What
know
else
of.
did he do that I would have?
West Side Story.
Yeah, no, he's huge.
Not a huge fan of that
Into
one.
the Woods. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum.
Oh, so these are old thingies.
Oh, I mean, they're not like they didn't come out this year, but
They're old.
what's that? Yeah, right.
He
Sweeney
won
Todd.
8 Tony Awards. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He wrote. Let me see here.
He's a big deal. He's
Wrote
one
the
of
lyrics
bigs.
for West Side Story, Gypsy, Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, Company, Follies, A Little Night Music, Sweeney Todd, Merrily We Roll Along, Sunday in the Park.
Yeah, none of them I know.
He won the
You know Sweeney
presidential.
Todd?
I know that one a little bit.
All right. Would you say it?
I was gonna say she knows Sweeney Todd. Andy Bernard, by the way, his rendition of Sweeney Todd, by far the best I've ever seen. Just throwing that out there.
Oh,
He wrote music for film as well, including Warren Beatty's Red's Goodbye for Now. He wrote songs for Dick Tracy, including Sooner or Later, which Madonna sang, which was fucking great, actually.
That's a great
It was a
song.
great fucking song.
That soundtrack is underrated, I think.
There I go, disappointing gays again. I'm like, Steven Sondheim, you know it was good, that Dick Tracy song.
I think that's
gays
you know
all
what?
around the world are like,
They're like,
know
this
what?
fucking guy.
That I'm very surprised that Dick Tracy isn't being remade as we speak. That is a movie that I feel like once every 10 years should probably be remade.
that
If
is
any
a-
movie's going to be remade, it should be that one. I mean, because it was great the way they did it, but I feel like why haven't they? You know, in the spirit of remake everything, Dick Tracy should be a no-brainer. Just the characters and the scenery, everything. You remake it with today's actors, that's a home run. I think.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree. I feel like
Make it
Hollywood
a
would
little
have
bit.
definitely bastardized that.
hey, you never know.
From the mid '90s, should have been done by now.
Yeah. So anyway, rest in peace, Stephen Sondheim. Obviously a legend, but let's be honest, he was no Andrew Lloyd Webber. So
Whoa. Bringing what is it? Does he do Cats?
I'm just nudging the
that-
uncles.
Was
that's
that
all.
Cats?
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Yeah.
Might have been. Cats was really bad.
Got me.
Easy now.
I can't stand by Cats.
I think he was also. Was he Phantom? I don't know. I can't
But
remember.
but I mean, Memory. I mean, even though Cats is complete shit, like Memory is still a tearjerker. And
That's
yes,
true.
Phantom of the Opera, Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
So yeah, Weber's up there, but Sondheim, no, that's a big blow. 91 though.
I'm not a musical guy.
R.I.P.
I mean, give me Mamet any day of the week. That's just me. Kyle Rittenhouse is not suing anybody. Lots of rumors swirling around that he's suing Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg from The View. And
Why?
not true.
Why would he be suing them for
Defamation.
Suing for what?
Yeah. Sue me for what? Defamation. So there's your Kyle Rittenhouse update.
Okay. Very
Friendsgiving recap. Groundbreaking moment in Friendsgiving. We have our most conservative of conservative friends who admitted to and gave credit to President Joe Biden for doing something, which I never thought I would see in my life.
What did he give him credit
I
for
even
doing?
I forgot what the fuck it even was. What did he give credit? It doesn't even. I was so in shock. It
Yep.
didn't even. Oh, we lost you. I was so in shock that he gave President Biden credit for doing something well. It's like it was like that. It was like Saving Private Ryan. You know when they just can't hear
Everything
anything.
just goes.
Yeah, when
You
Hanks just can't. That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it felt like.
it's a very strange moment.
There was no people talking, but I couldn't hear
Of
them.
course,
There was
of course,
medics.
you cut me off as
Wait.
soon as you say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. And then Frank's wife, who couldn't hate Trump more than Frank does. Who hates Trump more, you or your wife?
It's
Close.
it varies day to day.
Gave Trump credit for something too.
What?
It was
What?
The only thing, and I've said
honestly,
this
I thought
to-
it was shitty. I thought she could have done a little bit better on her reasoning, but it
What?
was something. It was progress.
I don't remember. I think it was the fact that he brought politics to the forefront,
Yes, that's what it was.
which, you know, we both, yeah, that's I'll give him credit for that, but it's not for.
Israel
not like
peace
he
deals
did
is
that.
the answer. That's the answer. But what she said was okay too, I guess.
Oh yeah, is this peace in the
sure.
Middle East now? Great.
Well, there wasn't, but he did a lot of peace deals for Israel. But anyway,
He really
I don't want to tread too
didn't
much
do anything
because
that wasn't already there. But go
I
ahead.
feel like your wife is really mad at me
For what?
because your wife, and I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to keep the beating going. But your wife showed me something, which I don't know why she showed it to me. I would have never done that. Showed me something, a picture of you, and it was just low hanging fruit. It was a fastball that
My balls?
was over the plate, and I couldn't help but turning on it. No, it was. You
Oh,
know what
I
it had to
okay,
do with.
yes,
She
yes.
got really upset with me. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the night.
Wait,
No,
what was
that's
it?
not
What was
true.
it? Where was I?
You were in.
You were
like,
there.
the-
You were just
the kid
complaining
zone.
about how hot it was, it being 64 degrees in the house.
It was
Right.
74 degrees.
The whole entire time, Gina's like, "It's so fucking hot."
It was nice in there. I didn't think it was hot.
Nice.
I was.
When do you
comfortable.
keep your heat on?
I was wearing a t-shirt. To be fair,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what you were wearing, but I did not have long sleeves on. And I was
Yeah.
comfortable.
I should have worn a t-shirt.
Is she still mad at
Tank
me?
top. Wait, I
Nobody's
want to know
mad
what the
at you.
picture was.
Nobody's mad at you.
What
don't
was
wanna
the picture of?
I don't want to say what the picture was, unless
Okay,
Frank
text it
says
to
I
me.
can say.
It wasn't like I wasn't in any embarrassing.
So
thing.
then what was it?
But the sheer shock on you, I when I first started making fun of it, I looked over at your wife and she was shocked that I wasn't happy for you, that I was
Well,
making
because she
fun
thinks
of you.
you're a friend of mine, and you know, I guess silly her for thinking that
Friends are supposed to be happy for each
that
other.
you would be happy that I'm trying to better my.
I'm
myself.
obviously happy for you, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get made fun of. You know that's how we
Oh, now
show
you gotta
love.
tell me.
I work. The two of us, my wife and I, we work out. We go to this place. It's called. I don't. Should I say the name? Can I? Can I? Say
You don't
it?
have to say the name.
All right. It's a place that I
That
guess
only females go to
primarily-
work out.
Not only, primarily. It's not a female-only place. So I wouldn't do that
It's not.
because it's that would be ridiculous of me to do that. I wouldn't if they don't allow men. I wouldn't do it.
How
but
many
it's
of the
a
men
ma-
were in the
it's-
photograph that you showed me?
0. But
Okay.
there were only maybe 12 people in the photo anyway.
Did you? Was it like you in a yoga class?
It's not yoga. No, it's a workout place. You
Is
go
it
to
a bike?
work out. It's not a bike.
Cycling?
But you guys lift weights though, right?
Do we lift weights? No, we don't lift weights.
Hmm.
No, it's you work out in front of. There's an instructor, and you work out and you do
The
these
instructor's a
exercises.
man.
Sometimes,
Oh, how often though?
not very,
Okay.
but he's there. The first when we first started going, the first maybe 5 times we went, it was a guy. It was a guy leading the class, and then it's a different instructor. You know, depending on the day you go, and we only have like 2 instructors that are there whenever we go. You know, it's this one or that one.
Hmm.
But it's a good
Wait,
workout. It's a half-hour
wait.
class.
Do you
and-
go on ladies' night, or is this any time? It's always that many women and only you.
I'm gonna leave this hanging in the air. Let's see how long we can leave this silence.
What color are the spandex that you wear to the class?
Hot pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Good.
Anyway, she flashes this pic. Now I've had a couple of drinks, not a lot, 2. I didn't even have a drink. I don't even remember. But I had a lot of fried raviolis, so same difference.
Mhm.
And she flashes this picture towards me of just Frank and like 14 women in like workout outfits.
I'm not in a workout outfit.
And
I'm in
expected me
shorts
to
and a
be
t-shirt.
like
So that was it.
celebratory
it.
of like, oh, I'm so glad my friend is being healthy. Like I laid into him
She's
for going
proud
to a
of me.
girls' workout class.
I've lost some weight.
As any normal person would. Why did she think that I would give that same reaction?
That's a good point. I don't know.
The look of shock on her face was actually
gotta tell
shocking
you.
to me.
I got to tell you, she could not stop apologizing for. She's like, yeah.
She apologized to you?
Fine. Yeah, for showing it. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that your friends would attack you, but it's fine.
Well, that's the thing. It's like she doesn't know who she's dealing with. Like, am I proud of you? I guess so.
Yeah,
But
she knows you're an idiot, and she didn't see this one coming. It's fine.
Oh, now I have to see this picture.
It's just a picture. I'm standing there next to, it's her, me, and a bunch of the people who were working out in the place.
By people, you mean
people?
girls?
Okay.
I don't see the problem with that, but okay.
Thank you. Janine does not see the problem with that. See?
it would be great if he was, not married, trying to score.
No, we go as a me, my wife and I. We go and we work out and we come home. It's a half-hour class,
And then drinks with
How
the
often do
ladies
you do it,
afterwards.
Frank?
Bellinis.
we
Post-workout
we
Bellinis.
go like 2 or 3 times a week, depending on the week. Usually
And
3.
what is the actual class? Is it like just like dancing and like doing different moves, or no?
It's no dancing. No, it's different
Okay.
moves. It's push-ups. It's pull-ups. It's all kinds of different things
It's not
depending
dancing?
on what we're doing. There's no
Okay.
dancing.
Is it at a ballet type of a place though?
Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
How come I'm not getting where this hell this is?
But I'm sorry, but professional athletes, and I'm not taking, this isn't what I'm doing. Take ballet classes to stay
Huh?
limber and all that. This is not, it's similar, but it's not that.
All right. Well, next time you get 10 sacks for the New York Giants, you fucking come and you can defend yourself with that move.
Nobody
Okay?
gets 10 sacks for the New York Giants.
Well, also a good point. Pretty good point.
Zing.
I almost went Jets, but I was like, that's too laughable. Even the Jets fans
Yeah.
won't go for that.
This isn't a ballet class. It's a workout class. We do exercises. What?
I don't know which ones what you're talking about, and I feel like I should.
I mean, it's a class, and we do exercises. I don't understand what your problem is, Anthony.
like weightlifting exercises.
There's no weights in the class. No,
He wants you to say there's no weightlifting.
there's no
I can-
weightlifting. Why? What's the problem?
Is there stretching?
There's stretching. Sure.
Is there what do you call that when ballerinas do that? What do you
Pliés.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. Just tell everybody you're in a ballet class and we can
You're
move
sure?
on to the next
Okay,
topic.
fine. I'm taking ballet.
It's basically ballet, right?
Okay, great. Good for you. What does that mean?
I don't know what it means.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know what it means.
What are you so bent out of shape about?
Well, when I knew you years ago, we used to go out and drink some beers, have some wings,
I still do that.
go to hockey games and such.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Finger bang chicks.
yeah, then I got married and you got married and I kind of I entrusted your wife to you. And now all of a sudden you're sad that Stephen Sondheim died. You're in fucking ballet class. I don't know what's going on.
At least he's not watching as many Lifetime Christmas movies as you.
Janine coming to my defense. Love it.
That we know of.
Thank you, Janine. And even if
Wait, can I just say something? I
ahead.
think that men like the Lifetime Christmas movies more than the women do. I really do. Because, case in point, the other night, and my husband has been known to watch them for years.
Mm-hmm.
Where I started watching one, I fall asleep. I wake up and he's like this, looking at the TV.
some Lifetime movies are right. I haven't seen
I'm
one in
like,
a very long time.
You didn't fall asleep? He's like, no, I watched the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
I feel like Lifetime movies are okay, but they're like
Or
watered
Hallmark.
down.
I'm sorry,
or
Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm sure they're okay, but I feel like they're watered down regular movies. You know, like I'd rather watch Home Alone.
How dare you?
Or I'd rather watch.
Are you going to eject him from his seat right now?
Yeah,
Sam?
I am.
They're good. They're good. They're watchable and they're entertaining. But I feel like they're not as, like, if their aim is to be funny, they're not as funny as the mainstream movies.
Oh, well, definitely not.
I don't know about all that. I think they're masterpieces. But anyway,
Okay.
this is in your neighborhood, Janine?
Yes, a couple of blocks away. Now, this guy, I've sent you pictures of his house before because he periodically changes his flag on his flagpole to, it's for Trump, always for Trump. And then when Biden got elected, he started saying things about Biden too on his flags.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say, you got to give it up to him because it's not like he keeps up the same flag for the whole year. He changes it probably every 3 months. That's commitment.
Devotion.
This looks like a war on Christmas to me. I don't know.
No. And so yesterday I passed.
Wait, can I
his
ask
house.
you? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Does he take the flag in and out every day, or does he just put it up and it stays up for 3 months straight?
It stays up for 3 months, but he changes.
He swaps it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I passed his house yesterday, I was like, I only saw the B first, and I was like, huh? I was at a B, and then I was like, JB, and I was like, what? Don't even. And then it said FJB. I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
I thought you were supposed to. I thought you were supposed to support your president. Apparently not.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to say, how long do you think this took him? And I wonder if those are actual like lights that he did, or is it just like letters that you could buy and put on your house? You know what I mean?
I think it looks like those are lights that he strung together.
He did it.
Up there.
So for the people that are watching, on his roof, he put FJB.
Which he didn't really space it out very well because there's a block missing. He's got 4 sections and 3 of them have flags.
He should. Well, maybe his exclamation point was out that night.
Okay. Oh, right. There was an exclamation point. Okay.
But I'll tell you the amazing part about this, and anybody who puts up lights knows, to do lights in the middle of your roof is incredibly difficult.
Yep. So I wonder if he actually called someone because now those people come out now to help you put the stuff up. So I wonder if he made someone do it or he did it himself.
I feel like if he got someone to do this, they didn't do a great job on the lawn because you got Santa Claus is knocked over. You got half the lights. He might have just put
it up. Yeah, he might have just made someone put it up on the roof. Unless he's a roofer.
I think this is all him.
He's a roofer.
Well, this is what I love about this. This guy has just been collecting an amalgamation of Christmas shit for like 30 years. Like there's no real.
To me though, I like that. I do like that.
Like if you look at the toy soldiers there, that's classic like 25, 30 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's
toy
80s.
soldiers.
Yes. Those came from the 80s.
Yet the Frosty the Snowman and the Santa Claus are clearly newer, like inflatable decorations.
And it looks like he still has ghosts up from Halloween. See the lights on the right?
Oh no, they weren't. They
was they're projecting. I mean, the projection. Yeah. Doesn't it look like ghosts?
I think it was a snowman.
Yeah, it's like a snowflake, I think.
Oh, all right. Surprised he'd have snowflakes on his.
And he ran those lights all the way up the pole there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something else.
Got some pretty good pole work.
Honestly, though, and this is not an anti-Biden or anti-Trump thing. Can't we just have fucking Christmas?
Thank you.
Why does he I get it.
Maybe he wants to be on Donald J. Trump's Instagram, which I already sent it to him.
That's the dream.
Maybe, but
no, you know what? Long Island memes. That's who he wants to be on. And I already sent it to him. I already sent it to them.
I just feel like take a can't we just have Christmas? Take a day off from the
No, everything's got to be political now.
I want to know what this guy looks like.
Me too.
And I kind of want to ring his bell and be like, you know what? I love your lights. Just so he doesn't kill me if he comes outside all angry. Who's knocking on my door? And then I could be like, Omicron.
You were all over the map on that one.
Here's the thing. I have a new question. Would you get vaccinated?
Oh my God.
If Frank agrees
always no.
to wear a Joe Biden t-shirt and knock on this guy's door.
I'd do it.
Yes.
Agreed. You would? Would you? Because I'll do it.
That might be a death sentence, Frank. You got to be careful. A lot of these people in Suffolk County have guns. Just so
Oh,
you know.
really?
Well, what am I doing when he answers?
You should
I don't
say,
know.
you know what? You should keep Jesus. You should keep Christ in Christmas. You say to him. I love that line too.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll ring his bell.
All the times I've passed this guy's house, because you have to pass it to go to a supermarket I go to, I've never seen anyone outside. So I'm gonna have to ring his bell and be like, "Oh, I love your lights." I have to wear a MAGA hat though, right?
Yeah, pretty
Maybe
much.
I'll
You
borrow
better.
it from Frank.
See, now, if it said FDJT, you wouldn't say the same thing.
Unfortunately, that's not a thing right now.
If it was a year ago or whatever, you wouldn't. You see, that's how
I would
know
think it's.
you're
I would
not.
think it's no. That's why I was gonna say I would think it's hysterical too. I think that it's a bitch to put up lights, and he took the time out to actually do this.
And this is not. That's not an easy move, like we said. That's
That's
not.
not.
Not an easy move. But he did really fuck it up with 4 sections and only
Nah,
3 letters.
unless there's something else that he's putting there. I don't know.
Right. Plus, I don't see that the North Pole under the window. There's like that little section of lights around it.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what's happening there.
Or is that a
I have to
mailbox?
take it.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I have to take it directly in front of his house
I think
next
that's
time.
one of those. It's one of those lit up North Pole dealies. And you got the Santa, who's obviously seen better days.
Well, I think it's what's worse, Frank, this or the Melania trees? Which one do you hate more?
I hate the Melania trees more. This at least this took some effort. The Melania trees really is just red trees.
There's a Christmas tree farm out here by us that spray paints trees. Did I share
saw
with
that.
you guys?
I saw that.
Yeah. They just
Kind of crazy, right?
You walk through the thing and there's just like these hot
Why
pink trees and shit.
Yeah.
Like real trees, they spray paint real trees.
Yeah, they spray. It's called. Let me find a picture without my kid.
I feel like if you're gonna get a pink tree, get a fake tree. Why does it gotta be real?
They
Frank,
do like
you do real or fake?
I do fake trees.
Ooh.
And here's my suggestion. What is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you see? There's like a blue, electric blue tree. There's purple. There's pink.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's all throughout this farm. It's like a famous, and people buy these trees, and they
Yeah.
I feel like what we should do, the tree in Rockefeller Center, we should do one of two things. Either do a fake tree or plant a real tree there. Why not plant an evergreen tree in that spot and just have it up all year round, just decorate it?
What the fuck happened to you? Is this what you discussed at your girls' ballet class that you take?
What's wrong with planting a real tree there?
Planting a real tree in Rockefeller Center?
Yeah. Right in that spot. Just plant
Look at
an evergreen
Anthony's
tree.
speechless. Anthony
What's
is
wrong with that?
speechless.
Because first of all, the roots will get underneath the 30 Rock and tip it over. That's the first one.
Oh, okay. It's going to tip over the building, the roots of the tree. Okay,
you seen tree roots? They're lethal.
You know, there are trees on the sidewalks all the time in Manhattan, right? There are trees that are planted in.
Shh, Frank, people don't know that.
I didn't know that, Greta Thunberg. Thanks for fucking pointing
There are
out
no trees.
to me.
There's
I'm so
no
glad
trees in
you're here
Manhattan.
to fix
Got
the
it.
environment.
So there's no trees in Manhattan. Okay.
I'm just saying, a tree that size of Rockefeller Center in the middle of fucking Rockefeller Center.
It's a big area right there. You could plant a tree there.
I don't know what I'm more mad at. You wanting to plant a real tree or you wanting to put up a fake fucking Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center?
What's wrong with that? Why is it got to be real?
What are we going to do? Fill it with fucking pine air fresheners to give it the...
Yeah, because people go there to smell it. People go there because let's go to the tree this year, kids. We're all looking forward to that smell. No, they go there, they stand 100 feet away, and they take a picture.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? I don't know what happened to you. We used to be hockey-loving friends.
I love
ate
hockey.
Chicken wings and drank
I
beer
love
together.
chicken wings.
Hockey,
and beer.
loving wings and beer, finger banging chicks.
We were banging
chicks. I remember loving hockey and beer. I don't remember being Matthew McConaughey.
Remember, we'd go to Vegas and nail a bunch of chicks, fly around the world.
Okay.
It's not my joke.
Yeah, the swingers.
Sure. But I still love those things.
Now you're sitting here with your fucking tea and you're going, it's a shame as they keep cutting down a tree every year.
It's iced tea.
Rockefeller Center.
Why wouldn't they? Why not either do a fake tree and just make it look the way the hell you want, or plant the real evergreen there? Why not have a real tree?
I'm being serious. Is it liberal to like fake trees or to like real trees?
I don't think it's anything. Sure. I think if you fake trees are probably better because you get more use out of them. And
I think if you're like, let's save the environment and not cut down a real tree, that's a pretty liberal.
Yeah, that
thing.
is.
I'm saying plant a real tree there. That's my real suggestion.
Tell you where I'd like to plant
backup suggestion. The backup suggestion is the fake tree, but why not do a real tree there?
Look, you've upset Janine. She's leaving.
I'm sure that's why she's leaving. What's wrong with that?
There's a lot wrong with that.
I don't like you anymore.
We're gonna push the robots can reproduce to the next episode, so that'll be there. But just before we go, I got this incredibly great email as we head into our Cyber Week here on the show.
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Did you read the screen or did you?
Yeah, I read the screen.
Oh,
okay.
What do you think? I didn't.
You put it up.
I don't know if you were fucking with me. I can't tell. It's hard to tell anymore.
You put up the.
A second ago, you were.
Anthony says that.
You were joking about putting up a fake tree in Rockefeller Center, and I didn't get it. So.
Go ahead.
This came from Quincy, which I love the fact that we have somebody that listens to us or watches us that are named Quincy.
Quincy, yes.
Feel like a more intelligent podcast.
How would you feel if they, worked out, with women and wanted to put up a fake tree?
I'd be okay with it.
Have less respect with Quincy. Oh,
I don't dislike everybody who does that.
Just me.
Just you.
Got
it. Quincy writes in, I love listening to you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do. I think y'all are amazing. Since I started listening, I noticed you all randomly say to each other, "Go ahead." Guhhead.
Yeah, right. No, Anthony says that, not me.
I think I say it mostly, but I feel like I feel like y'all say it too.
We say it.
Every time I hear y'all, I know you are all saying, "Go ahead." You usually say it after you interrupt someone and make a joke, then allow them to keep talking after you've interrupted.
I think this Quincy has pretty much got us down pat.
He's nailed it.
He's got our formula.
It's so funny. Go ahead. It's so funny. Go ahead and put this on merch. Thanks for all the laughs.
Go ahead.
Should we put "Go ahead" on merch?
I like that. idea.
I like it's a good idea.
Wait,
where's Quincy from? Do we know?
Got to be the South because he said y'all.
Yeah.
Also, is Quincy a guy or a girl? I don't even know.
Oh, I would say a guy.
I thought a guy, but you never know. Quincy.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Quince.
Like John Quincy Adams?
Fruit that starts with the letter Q.
What is a quince?
Well, Quincy, thank you. Maybe we'll. So, has it been decided? Quince, go ahead, merch.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Guh. Now, is there an apostrophe anywhere, or just Guhhead?
Yeah. Do you apostrophe that, or do you space it?
I think you
dash it.
Apostrophe. Apostrophe.
It should be apostrophe. Guh apostrophe.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Guhhead? One word.
I think that'd be real confusing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead is one word. Like what's the thing that they make one word? Forget about it. They make it one thing, right? This is go ahead is one word. Guhhead.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Or Gu apostrophe Head.
No, I think you need the H in there.
But then no apostrophe.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Janine.
All right. Let us know in the comments how we should spell it on the merch.
Yeah, that'd be great if you could do that. If you could let us know that. All right. And don't forget, Cyber Week all this week, 15% off all the Anthony on Air merch. Go to shopanthonyonair.com.
Let's get that merch, baby.
TWSS15.
On a cyber? Oh, that's going to be my promo. Go ahead.
You got to put that in. TWSS15.
That's what she said.
That's what
gotta
she
put it
said. 15% off everything in the store. Hoodies, T-shirts, mugs, the steel tumblers that we have. All right there available.
What the fuck? I didn't get that.
Well, that's for the,
Oh.
So it's the higher end stuff.
Your name isn't on the title of the show.
That's cyber.
By the way, they're so nice. Like this might be the nicest thing that we have on the thing. Like it's really, it's
High end, baby.
it's shitty
I
to
wouldn't
look
know.
at in the light, but it's nice.
I wouldn't know.
It's
Thanks.
high end. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we'll get you.
Let's cyber.
We get the mug.
And of course, thanks to Jumpstart Coffee Company, you could save 15% on their items using the promo code AOA15. Don't forget, if you subscribe, you will save. Means you can order up your coffee and have them deliver it every single time. If you want it once a month or whatever you want it, you could set up that subscription by doing the save and subscribe. And if you use the promo code AOA15 and your order is over $50, free shipping. Thanks to our pals over at Jumpstart Coffee Company. Helping you out a little bit there. By the way, $70 to fill up my friggin' car. Thanks a lot, Joe Biden. At least Chris and the fine folks over at Jumpstart are doing a little something to help us out.
Yeah, really.
This holiday season.
Let's go, Brandon.
More than I can say for the leader of the free world. I didn't see Joe Biden hooking us up with free shipping for anything. Son of a bitch.
Man.
That's it for us. You got anything you want to say, Frank?
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm good. Good for now.
I didn't know if you had any tips on like stretching or please.
Yeah, I got a tip. I got a tip for you. I'll tell you after the show.
What do you want to do next? Put a fucking LED in the Statue of Liberty? You fuck? What else are you going to do to change our...
What's wrong with LED and the Statue of Liberty?
I'm just saying. I like the little flame that they got going on there. We should put a real flame in there. That'd be nice.
There was in Ghostbusters too.
That's right. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching or listening. We will catch you on the next episode.